Hi all, and welcome to this game guide slash achievement hint guide for the achievement Unrivaled Wonder. And that achievement can be unlocked in the DLC for Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. And it's given out for earning top rank in all three of Horloge's minigames. And Horloge is the little town area that is available in this DLC. So why am I not starting there? Well, in order to do these three minigames, all of the characters need skills, and you need to unlock those skills. And after you complete the area, which I'm showing off right now, the Ivory Tower, where you will beat the Narcissus King, when you're back in Horloge after this dungeon, all of the characters will have the skills required. So you can then start tackling all of the minigames at once, and you can best them in a chunk and get all the rewards and the achievement as well. So that was just the way I did it, because I didn't want to go back and forth between dungeons and Horloge in order to complete those minigames. So yeah, having all the skills, I think it's time to head back to Horloge and start tackling those minigames. Attendant of Amusements. Welcome, Wanderers of Wonder. Are you here to attempt the test of strength? Pole vault skill is required. Yes. So as you could see, we need Valere's pole vault skill in order to do this. And for this one, I would highly suggest always trying to make as little extra movement as possible. And in this run, where I managed to complete the score required, I was pretty good at doing that, but it still has some room for improvement. As you can see, I tried to move as little as possible between the rows of circles or hoops to jump through, because that saves time. And time is, all these challenges are time-based, and this one was kinda short of time. So for instance here, I tried to zigzag my way through. And one other thing worth mentioning is that if you are running short of time, or you think you are when it's blinking like that, always go for the ones with the golden rings. If you have to pick one or the other, then the golden rings ones are the ones to go for. Although if you have that choice too many times, you are probably not going to make it anyway. So in that case, it's probably easier to restart the challenge. And you can also do that. You don't have to finish the challenge. You can hit the start button and select restart minigame or something like that. This last stage I half fumbled, but I still managed. Truly magnificent, spectacle worthy of legend. Congratulations, here's your reward. Found one moon coin belt. So yeah, the last one I could definitely have done better. So that's also a place where you can pick up some extra. Step right up, talented travelers. Are you ready for the test of accuracy? Yes. So this one was probably the one that gave me most difficulty, or I struggled a little bit until I realized what I need to do, and then I managed to get through this challenge 3 times in a row. So my strategy for this, and you can probably do it in many other ways, but my strategy was to try and get the greens and the reds as often as possible to get a streak going. And only by doing that, I managed to rack up quite a bit of points, so that when the last stage of this challenge starts, and I'll mention that when it does, but as you can see, I'm doing pretty well only by going for the 2 rows in front. So at the end here, I just let it all fly, and that is usually more than enough to get you to the goal. And as I said, I tested this 3 times. Truly magnificent, a spectacle worthy of legend. Congratulations, here's your reward. Found one dielectric coating. And here we have the last one. This one I found to be easiest, but maybe that was just me. Welcome, welcome. Want to try the test of balance? Yes. And once again, going for the red stars is paramount. So I try to move in a pattern going from one side to the other in the first row. And then I just try to focus on the big chunks of stars and never missing the red ones. And I also did this 2 times in a row just to make sure that it was a viable strategy, and it worked both times. So, truly magnificent, a spectacle worthy of legend. Congratulations, here's your reward. Alright, so if you managed to do what I did in those 3 minigames, you should by this point have the achievement Unrivaled Wonder, and it's given out for earning the top rank in all 3 of Horloge minigames. And as I said, this is not really a way to cheat your way to the top, but at least maybe you got some hints and tips on how to get there yourself. And if the guide helped, I would love it if you click on those like and subscribe buttons, and comments are always fun to get as well. But yeah, hopefully now you have the achievement. Alright, thank you so very much for looking at this guide video. I hope it helped you to get the gold medal in these minigames. If it did, why not hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I look forward to seeing you again in future videos. Bye bye.